Hi guys, hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful, beautiful Saturday. This is episode 4 of Mama Pam Speaks. It's just a gorgeous day, guys. First of all, let me say Jesus is my everything. Today's episode will deal with year 5, going into my prison sentence. I started off with still working at my detail. Still miss my children. Once again, I know my mom's is not coming back, but I'm still grieving in my heart, and that probably won't stop for a while. I'm handling it really, really well, though. I'm learning how to pray. I'm learning the Word of God. Some days within myself, I feel frustrated. I'm now identifying that I should not have made the decision that I made. I'm coming to reality. I'm coming to terms with it now. And it's almost 5 years. Like I said, I'm going into my 5th year. And I remember one day at mail call. I had mail. And it was a letter from one of my children. And she said, I'm growing up now. I'm not fat anymore. Well, I didn't even know she had gotten a little fat. I hadn't seen her in 5 years. And right then, my roommate was my confidant, my big sister, my spiritual sister, everything wrapped in one. And I went back to the room, and she said, who wrote you? And I told her which child it was, and we sat there on our beds, and I began to cry. She said, stop that now. She said, stop that. She allowed me to get my feelings and my emotions out and what I felt. And she said, you have to stop that, because you're doing really, really well. She said, stop that. She said, count it a blessing that the Lord allowed her to think about you. She said, put it in your locker, save it, and stop that. And because I was transitioning, I was getting a little bit better than I was when I first entered the system. I actually entered the system, let me back up, guys, because I actually entered the system in 1999. They revoked that first probation I had. I went to a revocation. I had 5 more years on paper, like I said. They revoked that right then. I sit in the county 2 months, and they sent me out of there. Went back in the year of 2000 from prison and caught the 10 years. And I also need to make a correction. Aggravated assault carries 1 to 20. It carries 1 to 20. You can fall somewhere between 1 and 20. So does involuntary manslaughter, which is the lowest murder. But anyway, I needed to make those corrections because I go back and review my podcasts. I don't want to give anybody any misguided information because I'm a Savannah, I speak real fast, but I do corrections. So, guys, this is new for me. I'm loving what I do. I just want to encourage somebody, especially my young people, females and males. I want you guys not to have to suffer going to prison. So, with that being said, I'm still doing as best as I can. Let's just say that. Because some days all I could do is do the best that I can. Okay? I'm not going to glamorize it and make y'all think, I'm all right. I was okay. No, it wasn't like that every day. Because I'm doing time. I was tired standing by that door at 5 o'clock count, waking me up in the morning. I was tired of that. And we know I was tired of walking in a straight file line. I was tired of that too. Now I'm sleeping on the steel, and as a result of that, right now I got back issues from it. I was sleeping on that steel bed for all them years, I developed that, I think in my 5th year. I went up to medical, back hurting so bad, I went up to medical, and the PA told me, they ran an x-ray, looked at it, I got calcium deposits in my back. So my issue started with my back in prison. So anyway, guys, to make a long story short, this is one of the things that I saw in prison. It kind of made me, it was really sad, but it motivated me to try to keep suicidal ideations out my mind. So, I had got a little chunky, so I had got me a walk card. For you guys that don't know, in female prisons, I don't know about the male prisons, but female prisons, we have a piece of paper they give out once a month. It's called a profile. And all your classes are on it, where you're going for that day. If you have any medical disabilities, mine was visual acuity, because I had lost some sight in my left eye due to the pen stroke. So I was one day, I was out, I went and asked, paid the $5, went to medical, I'm trying to stay fit, because when I go home, I want to be in good health. I want to be in good health. I don't want to be severely obese and, all that. So I went and asked for a walk card. Once I got off my detail at 3:30, I can go to the track. And the track is the pavilion. I can walk round and round and round, get me a little laps in, to keep my weight down. So that's what I did. So I also had a special day that I had to walk when I was off for my detail, which was Friday. So a lot of females, all of us had a lot of us had that same schedule, that morning schedule, that evening schedule, or later on they call pavilion and you can go walk. So anyway, to make a long story short, I was out on that Friday, I think it was a Friday, and I was walking, talking to one of my older ladies, confidants, and me and her was walking, and so one of the ladies that lived in my dorm, she was in a relationship, and her girlfriend went in the bathroom in the gym and sliced herself up and ran to her and hugged herself. Now you got to remember that triggered something in my mind, because I had that ag on me, and I still hadn't come to full terms with it. So when I saw that kind of triggered an emotion in me. So I told my older friend, I said, man, look at this jive, him. She said, yeah, I know, right? She didn't die right then, but they had to rush her out to the hospital. She cut herself up with a razor and went and hugged her girlfriend and told her, say, this is how much I love you. And for some reason, I don't know why, but that just triggered something in me. And I was like, I wasn't scared of it or nothing like that, but it triggered an emotion. See, we got some emotions. Me as a female, I have emotional behavior. I have emotions, serious emotions. If I love you, I love you. I was trying to get out of them feelings, see, because feelings keep you kind of sick, and I can't afford to have them type of feelings in prison, because it brings on emotional behavior. So I would tell people all the time, they'd be like, did that hurt your feelings? Baby, I ain't got no feelings. And if I do, I got 1,000 of them, they'll heal. I'm not trying to do that, get into feelings and stuff, because feelings is what got me in prison. What I feel. That was wrong. I love you. Which brings on emotional behavior. So, after I saw that, right, I went back, pulled my journal out, start writing it down, saying what I felt, in the same essence, I said a prayer, Lord, please protect this individual, Lord, please don't let them die, and that's the way I felt about it. But still, now, I'm back to one of the squares that I was in. And listen, this is what you did. You committed a violent act. Where you going with this? Pam, where you going with this? So I prayed a lot, because I want to get this up off me. See, because it ain't no fun being suicidal, especially when nobody don't know that you crazy in your head. It ain't no fun looking normal and being crazy at the same time. To the rest of the population, I look just as normal as could be. And in my mindset, sometimes this is nuts as I wanted to be. Pretty and nuts. I'll tell you right now, pretty and nuts. Just nuts in my head. Sometimes I'm nuts in my head. Sometimes I think I be looking at people that I look at thoughts go to my head. Shoot, man. Stay out your darn head. Stay out your head, Pam. Stay out your head, man. Follow your heart. Stay out your head, man. Don't even get your feelings like that, man. Stay out your head. One of my children's father wrote me one day trying to make me feel bad, man. He wrote me something on money about 5 years. He come write me talking about, if you was him, this wouldn't have happened. My child is somewhere else and blah, blah, blah. And this. Number one, sir, listen to me good. You were a friend of mine. I did not love you. Number two, you ain't sent near money order with this message. And number three, I ain't even putting a stamp on it to respond to you, because it ain't even important to me like that. Okay? So there were things coming along in my sentence, people trying to make me blow, they trying to make me feel bad. I'm already him. They can't be reversed. I'm already him. Did I regret making the mistake I made? Yeah, certainly I did. Because guess what? It hurt my children. It hurt my mama. It hurt people that loved me and thought better of me. Yeah, I regretted it. Sure I did. But I can't change it. And you ain't finna make me wallow in it because I'm already doing time. So with that being said, by this time, I already had my first two grands. My son had two children that I hadn't seen yet. I'm thinking about the little babies. I remember Mama T. I had got a picture of the first one when he was a baby. My son was holding him, and my Mama T blowed that picture up real big. I cherished that picture. Got a second one of my second granddaughter. She blew my Mama T. Somebody sent me a small picture. I blowed that up too. At the same time, staying in communication with my son, trying to encourage him as well, because every February the 7th, the prison that he was in, he would get his counselor to call my counselor, whether I was on my detail or not. They would bring me from my detail down to my counselor office, and me and him would talk. That was the day my mama died. His grandmama, who he thought the world of. He loved her. He just loved his he loved his some grandma, and that was one of the attributes that I really appreciated when I was doing time. That's called favor with God. They would let me and my son, if he was incarcerated during that February 7th, they would let me and my son talk to each other, and we would talk to each other, and then I'll say, yeah, you know what the day is? He said, yeah, Mom, on February 7th, that's why I got my counselor to call you. And I said, yeah, son, we're going to get through this, like myself, he knew that his grandmama was his everything. He loved that old lady to the heights, to the depths, and she loved him too. If he told her, say, the sky is green, grandma, and you go up to her and say, Mama, what color is the sky? Barn said green. That's the kind of love she had for her grandchild, And so those are some of the things in my 5th year that I went through, still taking classes, still staying positive, meeting some pen pals and stuff, writing them, we encouraging each other, and, not too much dealing with a lot of people. I don't do people. I remember I got this, I learned that you telling people your stuff, and I had a vision one day, and it said simply like this: show me the vision. 2 sick people in a bed. Can one sick person help the other one? You learn to grow. They can't help you. What you telling your stuff to them for? Besides my sissy, who we shared everything. I mean, she was like my big sis, She told it just like it was. If it was wrong, she said it, But she loved me unconditionally. Shout out to you, Beth. She loved her little sister conditionally. She treated me like a baby. I kind of liked that too, because I was spoiled anyway. My mom and daddy had me spoiled. They didn't have a lot. We're gonna get into that later on in these podcasts. They didn't have a lot. My dad that raised me was born in 1884, and my mother don't know when she was born, but they showed me nothing but love. All my abuse, it happened in my community because they wasn't able to fend for me. They weren't able to fend for me. A lot of that is the result of this prison sentence, because I became consumed with pain and anger. So, guys, it's Saturday, man. Keep your head up. Those that have lost loved ones this week, I send my condolences. Those that are sick or afflicted, I send my love. Stay real, guys. To their own self be true. To their own self, you must stay true. Every day, even out here in society, it's not going to be like you want it to be. It's not. And we're going to share that in some podcasts, because I did some things in them 14 years I've been home. Ain't no sense in lying to you. But we're going to get into that. We also, my book is getting ready to go digital. My Cash App name is L6Pam. If you find anything that you like in this, send a donation. I don't care if it ain't but $1, $2. We're in a recession. Don't worry about all that. Just let me know that you care. You enjoy what I'm doing. Guys, stay real. Keep your head up. Much love to y'all. Have a wonderful, 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 wonderful day. Also,